Hey, I'm back, y'all, with some more videos. I just had to jump back on and get back in my mood. God, lately I've been having this fire for God. Just that, it went out because, we fall short. But I got this, I got this fire back. And I need to come on here and tell this video. I need on here to make this video, sorry. I'm sitting here downstairs cooking, and I seen Texas Pictures documentary. I've watched this channel plenty of times. It's a lot of episodes on people who tell their story of their loved ones dying of fentanyl poison and things like that, right? Making awareness of fentanyl poison and things like that. Who's this calling me? They can wait. So I said, I'm sitting here watching her immediately. Before it even got deep into it, she could tell the story. I think her son name was Isaiah Bolt, right? If you ever watch this, ma'am, no disrespect. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm sorry for your loss, but I gotta make awareness of this. So I'm listening to her story, but as soon as she started talking all this goodness about and stuff, and I just immediately, the spirit just came in and started talking to me and saying, like, exactly how it's about why it happened to her, why it happened to her son, and it's happening to many people. Many people are losing loved ones to fentanyl, and you want to know why? Not everybody, but the mass majority. Why? Is because God have to start waking you people up. Let's be honest here. A lot of these people who's doing all this outreach work for fentanyl, making documentaries, people keep calling me, and sitting here doing all this work in the community and all this stuff, passing out food, Narcan, needles, and all this stuff. Let me tell you something. They all have a story. They lost somebody, which is sad, because a lot of these people they losing is babies, they're kids, and they're losing them. But let me tell you something. It's because we live in a world where most people have to hit a road stone. They have to literally slam into a brick wall, lose everything, hit rock bottom in order for them to feel empathy. There's a difference between sympathy and empathy, okay? Let me break this down. Sympathy is when you have pity, compassion, right? And empathy is when you can put yourself in somebody else's shoes. It kind of work hand in hand with humility. Humility is when you be able to put yourself down and put somebody above you. Genuine. And the point of this video is because time and time, I keep hearing so many of these stories of these kids overdosing over fentanyl, they mamas, they sisters, they daddies, pappy and grandmama. Everybody come on here. Oh, I can't believe this happened. And then they end it. Now we're doing this and we're doing this in the foundation. Ask yourself, would you have done that if that had not happened to your son or your daughter or your mother or your cousin, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife? No, let's be honest. No. And see, God will sit there and say, okay, well, you walk down the street, and this is not just for this woman, it's for everybody. You walk down the street, right? And I see this from time to time. You walk down the street, you see a young man, young woman strung out at their lowest, needle in the arm. I mean, just crying for help. Don't even have to verbally say it. You can look at them crying for help. And most people naturally response is go on the other side of the road or guide your child, protect your child, try to get away from that, right? And it's sad. It is so sad. And I may not have seen you done it, because I may not have seen you, but God does. God sees you, sees this stuff. A lot of y'all see a lot of people out here strung out on drugs, and you don't care. And what you fail to realize is, that is a demon on that person. And that same demon can come on you, come on your child, come on your wife, come on your husband, come on your dog, okay? It don't have no names. They coming to Satan is trying to conquer the world. Okay? And so people need to stop with this whole this can't happen to me. Oh no, I'm living my life. Everybody out here living their best life. The woman sat and talked about how I hate to just put her, like, make this about her, because it's not a her thing. It's not just his story. It's everywhere and everybody's doing it, but it just so happened to be I just seen her story and this Holy Spirit just said, go make this video. But she said how she lived a normal life. You know, she went about her business. She had a sculpting business and this, that, and the third. And she used to say how her son would make sandwiches for people in the street and say how they was hungry. And she's like, what are you doing? And she's like, okay, whatever. Blah, blah. She didn't care. But guess what? Let me tell you how God worked. By the time, before the video can even end, she's talking about how now she showed her house. Showed her, I think it was, I want to say dining room table, kitchen table, full of plastic containers, because guess what she doing now? But guess what? She was not doing that until it happened to her son. People be saying to me, one time I had a close family friend, a close family member in my car, and we was at a light. And I seen this man there with a sign. I don't know what it said. And he was looking for, immediately went in my car, gave everything that was in the armrest. She said, why are you doing that? They're gonna look for you. That's not my problem. Whatever he do with the money, that's between him and God. But you see, I gotta, at the end of the day, I cannot be like everybody else and just pull off on them. Oh, they a drunkie. They just want to take the money and get high. And they probably is. Okay? They fighting demons. You ain't never experienced addiction. It is hard. It is hard. It is a battle that is hard to fight. But who am I to sit here and just peel past them like they're not a human? There's a story in the Bible, right? And I might get these names all butchered up or whatever, but who know? Drop it in the comments. There was a poor, I don't know if he was old or whatever, a poor man. He was outside the gate of this rich man. I want to say Nazareth. I don't know why I want to say that name. Might be wrong. And he was hungry, starving, dirty. Yo, the man, they walk past him every day. Wouldn't pay him no mind. Why? That's not my life. I got money. I'm living good. It's not my problem. Like most people. God in the Bible says how they both died. The rich man and the poor man. That rich man went to hell. And I want to say it was Abraham who came and got the poor man. And how in heaven, how that same man was down there saying, Abraham, please just let him dip. I want to say it was dip his finger in some water and just give me a little water. He was so hot. Let me tell you something. You see how this man, that poor man, right, when they was alive, he was on the floor. He was begging for help. Nobody listened to him. He was sitting there starving. He was sitting there dirty, right? He was sitting there thirsty and everybody walked past him. But let me tell you something. You see how quick them tables turned. And now that poor man at the bottom. And the rich man is at the bottom. And the poor man's at the top. And now it's the poor man at the bottom begging for help. And they turn and look at how God made them turn his other cheek. Please, people, please stop waiting until this demonic spirit, okay, this fentanyl, this demonic spirit come knocking at your door. Because let me tell you something. People think like when they think of spirits, they think of actually seeing something. It's so cute, which I think is so cute. But no, I'm going to hit you with reality. These demons are like air. When they come up in your house, they come just like, do you see air come in your house? No. I'm breathing it in and out right now. We cannot see it. Why? Because that's how demons are. They don't listen. They move so quick and smooth. You never see it coming. That's why when you listen to these stories, Billy was the quarterback. He was number one. He was headed to NFL. He was so good. Straight A student. Sally was a cheerleader. I know. They never see it coming. The point of this is stop waiting until these demonic spirits hit you where it hurts. Start reaching out now. Start helping people now. Start loving people back into life. Start praying for people. Start fasting for them. You may not have it financially, but pray for them. Be genuine. You understand? You see somebody at the corner, right? You got $5, even though it's the $5, the last $5 to your name. Let me tell you how God works. Give it up. Give it up. And I promise you, you're going to turn around and be like, whoo, your bank account, you're going to have to call the bank and say, wait, before I spend this, and y'all be saying that it was accidentally put in my account. Start loving people. Start loving people and stop trying to look. When you see somebody on the road, I see this all the freaking time. They walk past them like they dirty, like they the COVID. You know when COVID happened, you sneeze, they damn near jumped off the roof, flying. They want to get away from you. Stop treating people like that. Stop treating these people that's out here strung out on drugs like that. Start loving people. Start loving them, because them same people you put your nose upon, that same spirit that's on them, gonna come right in and get little Billy. Go get little Sally. You think, because they ain't in the hood. Oh, they not hanging over there with, they not over here with this person and that. Let me tell you something about these spirits. Honey, you ain't got to be hanging with Pookie and Ray to get hooked on it. Let me tell you where it's literally these spirits is really at the tip of our fingers, the internet. All your child got to do is turn on a phone and voila. Them spirits, homosexuality, you name it, them same things that you turn your nose up on, come and hit you. And don't end up like these parents and these loved ones now, because you done lost somebody that was close to you. Now you want to care. My cousin, Kimberly Ingram, this video is dedicated. I'm going to name it Kimberly Ingram. This is dedicated to you. My cousin, she around my mother age. Everybody used to think she was my mother. Loved her to death. Loved her to death. Loved her. She been on drugs since before I was born. I'll be 33 years old in 2 weeks. She been on drugs before I was even. She got hooked on drugs with a mama. Her mama died on drugs. Like this goes so deep. Drugs been in my family before the pandemic, before all of this stuff and all this epidemic and all this stuff that they saying. Before all that, right? I had a genuine love for her. I remember when I was a kid. I'm talking like 7, 8 years old, and I see her strung out on drugs. Mind you, my mama, everybody in the family, like when she get like that, nobody want to deal with her, right? I remember she was pregnant, and we rode past the neighborhood. When she get high, she have a special neighborhood she like to hang in. And I remember we was at the store, and I remember taking my little money. I'm like 7 years old, taking my money, and I remember I gave it to her for her daughter. I wish she was still alive, because she'll tell you. And I gave it to her for her daughter. Always had this love for her. When I got old enough, I would go and look for her. And stuff like that. I had to love her. I will even like young teenage girl who could have been in the world, which I was too. But when it came to her, I would even go sit in AA meetings. I mean, her mentor, everybody knew me. She speak nothing but so highly of me, because let me tell you something, no matter where she was in life, I loved her. I remember there was a time when she was so far gone on the drugs, she tried to jump on me. Like, she was so high. Mind you, she loved me. But she was so gone on the drugs. I remember one time she tried to like hit me and jump on me. I still came like, no, cuz I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. She would get clean for a few years, go back. This is how this demonic spirit work. It's so strong. It will catch you 10 years in sobriety and snatch you. It don't matter where you are in life. That's why I'm telling people, remain humble. Remain humble and stop looking down on people. When next time, this is a challenge. Next time you see somebody out there, right? That's out there strung out, they at their lowest, regardless if it's fentanyl, alcohol, cocaine, crack, cigarettes, it don't matter where it is. You see somebody out there struggling in life, Show some empathy. Put yourself in their shoes. Show some humility. Put yourself down. Put them up. Hey, you want some? You need some here? You want some water? Come on, let's go in the store. Get whatever you want. Stop trying to like, yo, I'm tired. Like, I'm happy that people is out here and helping people that's suffering with addiction. But it's sad that it had to go as far as kill all these millions of people to have this awareness that we have today when it's been a problem. All right. I remember a few years ago, I think when I was not RN school, when I was an LP in school. So we talking like 6 years ago, maybe like 6 years ago. I remember right before we was about to graduate, we had this big project. And it was a big class project. And I remember the teacher was like, you had to be pro or con against, I think they have like pop-up shops or something where you can go get high. They give you needles and you get high right there. And people there, and they'll Narcan you if you overdose or something like that. It was about 6 years ago we had this project. And I remember out of the whole freaking class, the teacher was like, you pro or con? I said, y'all, I ain't even with this stuff, yo. I'm like, I don't even want to do this project. I was like so rebellious to get in. And she's like, what's your problem? I was like, yo, it's so sad that now people are doing this. Now, where was the pop-up shops in the 80s when the crack came in, when the government put the crack in the black neighborhoods? And these kids, these black kids, right, was sitting here with no mother, with no father. What happened to them? But now, because it came in y'all neighborhood, now where was these shots? Where did anybody care? Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Yeah, I think it was the president's wife or whoever. I remember seeing like some she came up on TV talking about some say no to crack is whack. I don't know what they said, some type of commercial that went viral. Like, no, but nobody cared. Nobody cared enough to go put out these outreach programs or none of that. Nobody cared. You just locked everybody up or let the kids go in the system. Let them run wild. Kids ain't been in school in months. Nobody cared. It's so sad we live in a society that it takes for that same spirit. Let's be honest. It takes for that same spirit, that same demonic spirit to come in your house in order for you to feel the pain. Why can't you just feel it naturally? Just because you a human, I'm a human. You a mother, I'm a mother. You a man, I'm a man. You a father, I'm a father. You a mother, I'm a mother. You a child of God, I'm a child of God. Let me help you, bruh. Let me help you, sis. Listen, I don't know what's going to happen to me or my kids tomorrow. For help in the next hour, I don't know. But I tell you, I always pray, God, keep my heart pure when I go out there. Keep my heart pure. Do not let me be one of them mothers, right? That sit here with my nose up thinking that fentanyl can't touch my kids. Thinking that homosexuality can't touch my kids. Thinking that these things can't touch them. Allow me to still love people, pray for people. Be genuine, though. That's a lot of things. A lot of people come out here and want to feed the homeless and stuff, but meanwhile they got their camera. That's how you know they don't know God. Because when you read the book of Matthew from chapter 5 to chapter 7, Jesus tell you all about this. Do not be like the Pharisees, for they do stuff to be seen. When you give, you're supposed to give in silence, just purity. You give it and you walk away. Don't even look for it, nothing back. Don't look for a blessing. Just say, I'm doing this because you know what God told me to do, because it's the right thing to do. Love thy neighbor. Where are these people at? It bothers me so freaking much that these people are sitting out here. Wait until you lose all your kids. Wait until you lose everything. Wait until you suffering from depression. Wait until you sitting here from sickness for you to relate. You think this stuff can't hit you? You must think you married. You must think you married, that you birthed in Jesus. Start loving people. Man, this make me so upset, y'all. It just like, I got to get back on my videos, y'all, because there's so much, man. And I'm far from perfect. But I tell you one thing, I pray God make my heart love people. Fentanyl shouldn't have to come knocking at my door, go sneak in my son's room late night for me to sit here and say, you know what, bruh? Here go $5. Here go a meal. Here go this. Y'all, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this. We have to stop this right now. You, your children, your husband, your dog, your fish are not invisible. It can happen to you too. Love people where they at and stop sitting over here letting your pride, your ego, the same thing that God saying, but push down here, coming away. Because let me tell you something. In the Bible, it says, those who humble themselves will be exalted, and those who exalt themselves will be humbled. A lot of y'all gonna be losing a lot of kids, a lot of husbands, a lot of loved ones. Y'all gonna be waking up to a lot of cold bodies in them other rooms. Why? Cause y'all sitting here thinking that you too good. We got money. We ain't like that. We ain't bums. We good. Y'all think y'all too good. I'm here to tell you, God gonna bring you right down. Just like that mother. Cause that person who you walk past, they got a mother too. They got a father too that love them. You think they wanted that to happen? You think they want that to happen to themselves? A lot of people say, well, they choose. I love when they say that. They choose to do the drugs. They don't have to. Okay. Just like you choose adultery. Just like you choose to be sitting out here gossiping and talking about people. The same sins. Let me tell you something. One sin is not bigger or smaller than the other. There's only one sin that's not forgivable. And that is when you sit over there and blaspheme the Holy Spirit name. That's the only sin that cannot be forgiven. Nowhere in the Bible do they say murder is less than or more than adultery, or where stealing, lying is less than murder. Or nowhere. Sin is sin. Stop. Y'all gotta stop this. Wake up. Wake up. Fentanyl ain't got no name on it. Fentanyl ain't got no name on it. Go out there and clean your community. Go out there, give them 10, whatever it is. Oh, we ain't gonna give them 10. They're making the property go down. All the businesses on Kensington Avenue gotta leave because they out there stealing. They out there yes, when you got that spirit on you, they do crazy things. I know. I have family members steal from me at a young age. I done seen a lot of things. And I'm not sitting here saying that promoting people on fentanyl, but what I'm saying is that it's a spirit, it's a disease. It is a disease, just like some of you watching this now with cancer, HIV, herpes, all different type Parkinson's. And look, come on, we can go on and on and on. Depression, anxiety, they're all diseases. But this is the thing though. Mankind put a name on it. But when you dealing with him, these are demonic spirits. And they can touch and attack whoever, whenever. If you are not prepared, and the only way you get prepared is when you pick up your cross and start stepping with God. And when you step with God, you ain't gonna step over them. You gonna pick them up and pick your cross up like Jesus did. Y'all, I love y'all. Let that pride go. Let that ego go. And stop thinking that it won't happen to you. You gonna wake up to a cold, cold body. Yeah, Narcan. I don't care. You could have 20 boxes of it. It ain't gonna bring little Billy back. It ain't gonna bring back Pookie or Ray Ray. Humble yourself. Start having a heart. These people is battling demonic spirits. Start praying for them. Touch them. Touch them. Start praying over these people. You don't know how to pray. Just start saying, God, release. Satan, come up out of him. Google, pray, do something. Stop it. I'm telling you. They said, what, 15 people? I don't even know statistics. It's something crazy. 15 people every 20 minutes dying or something like that. They say dying of fentanyl overdosing and stuff like that. Your little baby that you love so much and that you rave about, he might be next. She might be next. Humble yourself in the name of Jesus.